So the Ford Mustang, I've had this for a few years. People do ask quite a bit, do I still have it? I do. I have been working on it. This will be a quick update video on what I've done in the last few weeks. Stay tuned. So this is a 1965 Ford Mustang. Had this since 2021. Did a bit of work on it. It's kind of sat most of the time. People ask all the time, I've still got it, what's the progress on it? And unfortunately, it's been pretty slow. But it's changed a lot. So if you haven't seen any previous videos, you won't realise, but it has actually all been sanded pretty much, apart from a few little bits. I have spent probably 20 hours sanding this car. It seems crazy, but the car was black, rattle can black, and I know the scratches all over it. These aren't my scratches. When I sanded the car, I did circular motions. These lines going back and forwards. I'm guessing at some point 10, 20, 30 years ago, someone came along and just scuffed the whole car, rattle canned it black, and it probably did look pretty decent because some of the parts, like the sides of the doors and at the back, were still pretty decent, but the top was faded. These bits here became faded. And what I've decided to do is, rather than keep the black look, I want to see how good I can get the original paint. And to be truthful, it looks rough now, but once it's wet, it looks pretty decent. So if I decide to clear this or to buff and use some sort of boiled linseed oil, I think it'll look pretty decent. So as you can see here, for example, that is the original rattle can black. And then after I've sanded it, it became this nice blue shade. I went through a process of probably an 80 grit or 120 for some areas, because there was some areas with filler. A lot at the back actually. So back here, it was 80 and 120 grit. For the rest of the car, I went up to, I think it was about 800. For most of the car was 800. I did 1,000, I did 1,200, and I even did a 1,500 with a DA sander. This panel looks a different shade of blue, so I'm assuming this has been replaced at some point from a different car. You can kind of see the different shades there. To get this car sprayed would take a lot of work and a lot of money, probably 4 grand, maybe 5 grand. That's a lot of cash for a car that, one, I'm not even sure if I'm going to keep. And secondly, if I was to spend 5 grand to get this paintwork looking fantastic, there's loads of defects. So there's bumps here, for example, and inside the car, the interior is okay, but if the car was painted, this would have to be replaced. Would have to paint all the inside metal, would have to get a new steering wheel, would have to get a new dash pad. And to be honest, I kind of like the rattiness of it. So I think if I was to repair the flaws, put a carpet in, I probably will get a new wheel, because that wheel's huge and I'm quite tall and quite a big guy, and that kind of hits my legs. It's not the ideal size. I could do with a smaller one. And obviously I'll probably need to get a new dash pad, because that's a bit past it really, to be honest. But other than that, even the headliner, I don't think I'd even put a headliner in. I quite like the raw steel look. So that's my kind of feeling on the car. Is, like I say, probably polish and probably put some linseed oil on the metal parts just for now. But down the line, because I do have brand new window seals for the front and back, and door seals, these have already been replaced, these are brand new, but I have the rest to put in. I've got the full pack. It sounds crazy and probably sounds like a lot of effort for not much gain, but I probably will pull the front and rear glass and replace the seals. But before I put the seals in, scuff this all back up with a Scotch-Brite and probably get someone to lacquer it. I might even do it myself. I've got loads of plastic. I could probably cover off most of this garage, get myself a big fan, one at the front, well, one at the back, one at the front, and probably clear this myself. It doesn't have to be perfect, by no means, but it means I can clean all these areas up, because there will be some rust and stuff in here. Protect all that, clear the whole car, put the new seals in, windshield back in, Scotch Brite these up, and then polish the car up, and I think it would look okay. Is it just, I want a car I can go out and enjoy. I do not want a show car. No way do I want a show car, because a show car, you're constantly looking for imperfections and you're constantly buffing it and polishing parts, and you're then parking in tight spaces, and you don't want to go to car shows that's on grass because they're getting muddy. And I'm not that kind of person. I quite like rough and ready things. That's why I've got my own custom shelves that I've built up here and this workbench myself, because I like that rustic look. So it's personal preferences. It's my car, so that's what I'm aiming towards. And I'd much rather spend a couple of grand on getting a new carpet and repairing bits that need to be repaired, new steering wheel, and save money on stuff like the seats. Like, yeah, should they be replaced? They probably should. They're quite old. They're starting to split here, but they still look really nice. So that's my thoughts at the moment. I'll just show you guys quickly what it looks like wet. So if you were to polish it or even clear it, that is kind of an idea of what you would get. So as you can see, I mean, that's just water, and that looks pretty good. Same with the door. I honestly think that is passable. Like, I don't really see a problem whatsoever with that. I think it looks kind of quite nice, and it's nice that it's the original paint from factory. Yeah, I think that might work. We'll give it a polish and a bit of linseed oil on the metal parts, because I don't want these to rust. It looks a lot better than it did, in my opinion. But I just want to do a quick video because this is a brand new camera. I have just did a quick mention of that in the previous video, that I am changing from a GoPro to this camera. So I've never actually looked at the footage on this camera or edited anything. So this might turn out horrendous. This is the first video technically shot from start to finish with the new camera. Hopefully it works out okay. In the future, I probably will get a better camera, a more professional quality camera, one that you can zoom up close to things and you get a pretty decent image. With these action cameras, you don't get that. But for the main content of the channel, it's perfectly fine. But yeah, I think that looked pretty good. So I just thought, get the camera tested and give you guys a quick update. Probably should have put this in the channel actually. I mean, there's actually some bits left to go. So there's a bit at the front, and then there's this here. So that's the original black. It's quite thick on some parts, as you can see. So that'll probably be 120 grit I'll start at. I think I've did that bit, yeah. I did that part. It's the bottom valance and these covers to do. And I think it's the same on the front, the bottom of the grille and around the headlights. So I guess I might bring this back to the channel doing that. I might just bring it back when I'm going to sand the front and back, and then maybe give it a polish. I've got all the kit to do it somewhere. It's here. Yep. So that's me. Well, one of my DAs. That's the other one. So we'll get that hopefully knocked out in the next week or two. It's Easter at the moment, so if I get some free time, which I don't have much with the kids, between work and kids, it's pretty difficult to get stuff fitted in. But once I've got a free afternoon or a free night, we'll come back, we'll get them sanded down, we'll get some polish on this. I'll do a compound cut, then a polish, like I say, and then some linseed oil on the parts. Like this definitely needs linseed oil and stuff like this, because they will just rust straight away. And the rust kind of looks okay, but ideally I want to try to avoid that at the moment, definitely. The less rust the better. Stuff like this, these are actually kind of dinted into the actual bonnet. Maybe I'm weird, but I think it looks quite nice. I'm not a one for perfection. I want it to drive nice. I want the engine to be as good as it possibly can, obviously, in the drivetrain. And you want your brakes to be, you know, great. But the bodywork, as long as it's not dangerous, as long as you haven't got bits sticking off and going to impale someone as you drive past, I quite like the roughness. It's an old car, it's from 1965. Unless you're going to drop 10 grand on it, you're not going to get a showroom quality car. And then if you have a showroom quality car, you're not going to want to take it anywhere. And yeah, it's just a big vicious circle. You'll park in the garage and one day I'll come in. I do this all the time. This bin, I just brought this back in and I kicked it and hit the side of the car. Now if this was a 10 grand spray job and I've just scuffed the lacquer, you'd be good, you know. And this sometimes bangs up against the side of the car. Look what I'm doing at the back. I'm literally resting a still saw there and some tools at the back. Like it's, I mean, a little bonnet. It's a shelf. So I am not the kind of person that really should be having a car of that quality. So yeah, I'm happy with this for now. So we'll end this video here and I'll catch you in the next one.